Hello everyone. Well, for today's video, it is once again time to pay attention to my Saddleback Messenger Bag, to give it a good cleaning, make sure it stays functional and beautiful for many years to come. So I've had this just a little over 5 years now. It was in 2012 in September that I did my unboxing video of this for the first time. And about once a year, I do a cleaning of it and give it some nourishment and some moisture, and to make sure that it stays in good condition. I did have last year a slight malfunction with it. One of these rivets came off. And the good thing is, Saddleback has a lifetime guarantee. I sent it in, and they fixed it, and they even upgraded some of the hardware. So it is back to being functional. But what I want to do is just kind of clean it and put some treatment on it so that it continues to do well. You can see, hopefully you can see here, around the handle started to be some scuff marks. This thing is particularly taking a bit of a beating with the wear and tear. And then on the bottom, as you would expect, these, which are the lowest point, also are wearing a little bit, getting some character to them. So, and then the scuff marks from when I used it on my bike, those are still there. It's starting to stretch a little bit, which is good. This pocket is now nice and roomy. I can put a book in here. Before I could barely fit my iPad in it. Now my iPad easily slips in. I can put in a lot of different other things. I have had this thing packed full sometimes. I took this with me on all of my trips. It is what keeps my computer and all of my electronics safe, and it is basically my carry-on bag when I travel, and it fits nicely underneath the seat in front of me on the airplane. So it has this nice leather divider, which I'll also be giving a treatment to. But let's start with the main bag for now. And we'll get to the divider and the strap later on. This is the pigskin here at the top. Looks like it's got a little bit of wear here, or pigskin on the inside, I should say. So, for a 5-year-old bag that has had almost daily use, holding up very, very well. So, this is the leather treatment, the leather care liniment that they suggest that we use. And then I have my little applicator pad here. But before we do that, I just want to wipe it down. It hasn't really gotten in any kind of dirt or grime or anything like that. I am fairly careful with things like that. I don't take it hiking with me in the woods because I don't go hiking in the woods that often. So, and if I did, I wouldn't take it with me. I'm going to see if I can leave these. These are shoestrings that I put on here. Sometimes I'll strap an umbrella to the bottom of it, and that keeps the umbrella nice and safely secured, and I don't have to carry it in my hand. So, but we're going to be fairly generous with this. We want to make sure that we cover it very well. Hydrate the leather. This should darken some of those scratches and give them a little bit more character. I'm glad that it seems to be breaking in, becoming my bag that is indicative of my travels and use of it, instead of just a generic leather bag that could be anybody's. You say to put the stuff on and then let it dry for about 24 hours before you try to use it. So today is Saturday, so I will not be using it today or tomorrow, so it can have plenty of time for all of this to soak in. This little tab thing here does tend to curl up at the end. I don't know how to keep it straight. I think that's just another sign of it being in use all the time. The part that's protected here looks still really good, almost like new. I still love the size. I have been able to fit an amazing amount of stuff in here. It holds my laptop. As well as my iPad and several books. And electronic dongles and gadgets and adapters and all the stuff that you need, especially when you travel, to make sure that you can charge your devices and have them communicate with each other. So, yeah, it took them about, I would say maybe 3-4 weeks from the time I mailed this off to when I got it back. And they had redone these rivets and had upgraded some hardware on the strap, and I'll show you that later. Now we're going to move to the bottom of the bag. This has received the most wear and tear. Make sure we get in here, get all of these edges. I like seeing leather turn darker color. I love this red color. I need to go back and see the original video and see if this leather has changed significantly. I don't think it has. I think it's pretty much the same dark red color, which I really, really like. They have a darker brown. It's more like a coffee color. And they have a sand, like a camel color. And this is my favorite. Make sure I get in all of these little areas that are hard to reach. Make sure they get properly treated. And now I'll move to the back. Poor back. It's seen quite a bit. Yeah, nice rich color. I love that. And I want to make sure I get inside the pocket, even though you can't see it. It's still important. And it's much easier to get down in here now. Get my hand all the way to the bottom. Okay. Now we come up to the top. This gets a lot of wear and tear just because it's where I interact with it the most. So I'm going to make sure that all of that is covered really well. I think this has a little bit of cleaning, dirt lifting properties as well as moisturizing properties. Probably have a lot of grease and dirt from my hands accumulated in this area. To make sure I'm keeping this in front of the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Love the sound of the creaking leather. Okay. Looking very beautiful. Now, let's do the sides here. Fold this strap down. Okay, so now we're going to do the sides. I should probably keep the lid on that. Make sure it stays nice and mixed. Okay, this has gotten a lot, this leather has gotten a lot looser as well. So it easily expands to the size that I need it. Make sure I get all in these areas that want to fold in on themselves. thought I would also give you guys an update on my adventures in schooling. I turned in all of my papers yesterday, so I am free until January when the next semester starts. This has been a very good year, but very tough academically. I've learned a ton of stuff and written a lot of papers. So I'm glad that it's over. A little piece of paper there. But I'm also very glad that I did it and took the classes because of everything that I learned. From philosophy to theology to the Renaissance and the Reformation and reading books from Sartre and Luther and Calvin and C.S. Lewis and Mills and Descartes, as well as the Quran and the Bhagavad Gita and the the Tao. And I am very glad that I did it and very glad that it is over. Okay. So, the upside of that is I should have more time to shoot more videos. That's my plan anyway. Okay. Well, that's looking better already. You can still see the scuff marks, but they are faded a little bit. We'll see how they fare once it dries out a little bit. Okay. So I also want to put a little bit, I don't know how much I need to put on the inside, but I figure it at least needs to be cleaned. And since this has a little bit of a detergent property to it, it can't hurt to do that. Much as I like this for my daily bag, I also really like it as a travel bag. I have reconfigured the straps to be like a backpack on a few occasions. That has really helped when I needed a hand-free. Okay. I don't know if you can see down in there very well, but it looks pretty good, pretty clean. Reach down in here and make sure I get the corners that's where dust can accumulate and dirt, other stuff. They don't carry a lot of food in here, so there's not any food crumbs or anything. I think it's just plain old dust. Okay. Oh, we can set this aside. And we're going to move on to the little divider here. Even though this is just a simple square of leather, it comes in handy keeping things separated inside the bag. I'll usually put my laptop on one side of it, and then the cords and peripherals and things like that on the other side. So you can see there's some little indentations here and some dimples of something that's pushed against it repeatedly, kind of in the same area. Here's some scratches, most of them going this way because I'm pulling things out or putting things in. But there's a few creases here at the bottom. Looks like it wants to bend on the corner a little bit. This side is pretty much the same. Let's make sure we get the edges. I don't know how important that is, but it seems like it would be. You don't want them to dry out any more than any other part. So now we have the final part, which is the strap. It comes with 2 shoulder pads so that you can configure it as a backpack. So I've used this once or twice. That's why it looks fairly new. This is the one that I use all the time. You can tell it's conforming to the shape of my shoulder and the strap. So I don't adjust this a whole lot. I keep it pretty much in the same position. I really only take it off when I'm cleaning. So you can see that wants to stay bent because that's the way it folds back up inside. Okay. This is the hardware they upgraded. It used to be a hook that had a little screw mechanism on it that clamped down, as opposed to just this thumb spring clamp. This actually works better because with the screw mechanism, over time that screw could come undone, and I did have my strap fall off a few times. So I like the new design, the new hardware. So this probably is quite dirty. Lots of wear and tear. And we'll do the short piece here next. This doesn't look too bad. Little wear here on this side. Okay. Get the ends here. Make sure it's nice and hydrated. And now we'll do the long strap. All the way down to the very end. Okay, now you can flip it over. We'll come back the other way. See, and this is where it receives a lot of stress. So it's important to keep it hydrated so it doesn't crack. Okay. Now, we'll hit this as well. Even though it doesn't really receive anything, it just goes for the ride everywhere. But I want to have it with me, just in case I need to use it. Nice. This has a little bit of a smell, but not much. It's kind of a clean smell. It's not citrusy or sharp or anything. It's just kind of a generic smell. Okay, so now we can put that back in and we'll let that stay open so it can dry. I can prop that right up there. Just like that. Okay. And that is it. 5 years of protecting and carrying all my stuff, and it's just getting started. So this has been a very good purchase on my part because it still continues to give back. See a little place right here on the corner. It needs a little attention. I didn't get these little tabs. It's always something. Do this one too. There we go. Okay. That is all that. Well, thank you all for watching. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. I have many more videos to do for you all. Hope you're enjoying these ASMR experiences. If you have any suggestions or ideas, leave them in the comments. And I pretty much read all the comments. And I appreciate probably about 95% of them. So anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.